Hello, guys. So, today I'm here to talk to you about something a lot of you have been wanting to have for a long time: Season 3. So, there has been a big convention at which PB has shown that they're really trying to push soccer spirits. And at that convention, the CEO actually gave his thoughts on what's going to happen on soccer spirits till the end of the year. So if you look in the description, you're going to be able to find all that information. It's not really that much. A lot of the community has already started talking about it on the forum. So if you just want to read it, go there. If you want to, I'm just going to talk about what they say and how I believe this is going to affect the game or how it could affect the game. Again, we're not 100% sure on what everything does. Just a pointer again, I am borrowing this account. So when I'm going to be talking about certain things, it's actually going to be valuable to remember that this isn't my actual account. So let's get started. Season 3 is coming out in either late July, early August. For those of you who don't remember when we are, that's basically in 30 days minimum, or basically 30 to 45 days. So start hoarding your resources. Now, it's got some sort of funky name, a soccer spirit, the seventh star. I guess it's cool. It doesn't make a difference, really. I just hope they maybe change the icon of the app, because I find it pretty bad. It's a player that, even as a light dark player, I don't even want. Now, what's cool? First thing is that I really love, we're going to be getting the spirit stones from the Japanese version. Now, I just want to point out, I find it weird we're getting this update after them. But what's kind of cool is that means 4 more stones per element, and futurely 2 more unique stones per element. So it's all around really cool to have that. And it's going to finally push people to change their stone formations who have been stuck the same since day 1. Now, another thing on the stone front, who I don't know how really it's going to work yet, but they were proposing combining 5 unique stones to create a unique stone you want. So does that mean 5 stone of the same color plus 15, 5 stone unique that are just 5 stone? I don't really know this yet, so don't ask me, but I know that certain stones can be extremely frustrating as a light player. For me, it's POL, who I've gotten so many times. I see it, I trash it if I don't like the passives. It's got like an instant reaction. Now, one of the features that we've all wanted, PvP. Not just PvP, but real-time PvP, meaning manual PvP against people. Now, if you're on the forums, that might finally give you a chance to play against the forum mates. They sadly don't say you can do it against your friends. I know we all really want this. Let's just hope they hear us out. Now, this is more for Xtael. I keep messing up his name. Story mode. They're planning to finish it. I know he was complaining about there not being the end of the storyline. So, I'm personally not a fan of it, but I know some of you are. So, I'm just saying for you guys, that could be pretty cool. And there's nothing wrong with adding more content. Now, what's really cool is, as Season 3 comes out, there needs to be Season 3 players, because you can't just have Season 3 and no Season 3. So new characters, new skills, new concept, new artists. This was already all confirmed. We're hoping new legends. That would make total sense. And sadly, this might recreate once again a paywall. But we're going to see how it goes down, and maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be worse. I know a lot of new players are going to decide to re-roll their accounts to try and get the broken S3s, because we know they're always broken when they launch. So good luck to you guys, and I'm just going to stay with my team. But I might decide to change for one of these new players if they really fit my team. Now, one thing that I completely disagree with is that they're listening to our community and read the forums. I really don't feel like that, but if someone here believes they do, please point out when it ever looks like they did, because every single time we've said something, they've gone and they did the opposite. But hey, why not? One other thing is the bug reports are appreciated. I know bug reports are something that we should do as a community. I don't disagree. I just believe that lately there has been really too many. The proof, it was so bad that there's a patch note that was over 3 pages long, and they gave us a free 5-star leader in Beelzebub to apologize. I don't disagree with there being a small bug. I'm just saying they shouldn't be groundbreaking and you shouldn't know for them for over 2 months and not fix it, aka the super play bug. We all know what I'm talking about. Now, again, there's a few other things. One of the things that people have been talking about is co-op defense. Be aware that co-op defense will not be removed. It is a feature they have wanted to implement since day one. It is stuck there. It will remain there. And it will frustrate you again and again and again in Colosseum. PvP, it's not really that big a deal because it's based on defense. And seriously, how many of you actually equip defense stones? Now, again, there is one thing that I'm going to ask your help with is they have proposed making an animated series, but they want to see first the reaction to the new trailer. So I'm really going to ask you guys if you could please like it, share it, pass it around, because the more response they get, the higher chance we get a series. And you got to know they opened the Japanese version of the game. Japanese are known for making a lot of series based on video games and then also making more updates on the game. So if there's a series, first, well, we get a series, and that means that they're putting funding into it, so they're going to put more content and await a bigger player base. You got to know that at the convention, they were really pushing Soccer Spirits. I mean, they even have entire walls with stickers and stuff of Soccer Spirits. I mean, it was something really cool. I wish I could have gone, but sadly I couldn't. Now, what I'm going to call the salty note, the recall system. It will be changed yet once again. I'm not saying the current one is good. It is really, really bad. Because we're stuck with one form of player between a certain limit of players. We usually don't like those players. I mean, the Luca and Scylla, we were looking at it, we were saying, but I don't want any Season 1 passer. They've all become trash. Excuse my language, but let's be honest. That was the main problem. I mean, if you could have replaced Luca or Scylla for Shura, everyone would have done it. Or based on your team, another player. Now, what they are saying, who I actually really don't like, well, they were saying maybe the show, bringing it back. I got no issue to this. You can bring it back. That's not the problem. The problem is power-up transfer to other characters via Dimension Stones. Now, this is a problem. Because that means that for the whales, whenever there's a change in meta, they can transfer it at 160. Meaning, for example, if I go in this formation tab and for some reason I decide that I want to change goalkeeper, I'm not going to be limited by saying, oh, I've invested so much in him. Take the 160, transfer it. Who's something really problematic because it's going to allow much more shift in the meta and they're going to allow them to shift faster. So I'm really against that feature. And on top of it, it costs Dimension Stones. So not only does it push the meta, but it pushes the meta only for the whales, who's going to be even worse. Now, also, they're saying they're going to make a few changes to Club Match. We don't really know what, but it's not going to be that big. They're thinking of adding the surrender option and maybe a small gold reward after each match. I'm sorry, but unless you're planning to change matchmaking, why do I care? I mean, every time I do a club match, I'm facing someone who has 3 to 4K more TA, and I'd like to point out that my main team is now currently at 12K, and you're trying to tell me that this is completely normal. Again, club matches remove managers, so again, I'm mistaking on my TA and on everyone else's TA, but again, when without managers, without everything, they've got 14, 15K on the other side, and you're there with your 10K, you know you're going to lose. And on top of it, these guys have perfect stoning, perfect everything. So it's extremely frustrating, and changing the reward and the fact they need to add a surrender option, in my eyes, that is a problem. You shouldn't even be thinking of adding a surrender option. You should be thinking of rebalancing this shit. Now, what I'm going to say, one of the second coolest parts of the patch notes after the stones is going to be the change in Colosseum. So for all of you, this is Colosseum, and there's going to be a change in COD and COT. So first, the change in COD is going to be COD is going to pass to Season 5. So normally what that means is there's going to be a shift in basically all the enemy teams. They're going to be able to implement Season 3 players. So that's going to be pretty cool, and we're going to see how it goes down. It might take a while, but it's not that major yet. Now, what is really cool is they're saying a Coliseum of Trial workaround. They're going to rework it. And I'm going to say yes and no, because I pretty much like the current Coliseum of Trials, but there are certain specific matches and specific features I'm fully against since day one. Now, what I'm talking about those, I'm going to be, of course, talking about 2-6 to 2-10, the 4-star player match, and I'm also talking about the attribute-only match, because it's just very frustrating. Either put it much lower so it's easier to complete, or just remove it, because that's just very frustrating. I'm fine with the you can't use that attribute. That's okay. I mean, there's one attribute we usually excel in, and it's really pushing rainbow teams and totally shooting down monos, but at least it's fair. This isn't. And there's also the special only match. Now, all of those I would personally want to see change, but we don't really know what they're going to do. I just really hope they don't touch our rewards, because that's kind of something that's really cool. Well, when I say don't touch, I want a season 2 to be added to those both boxes and this to become a season 3. But again, that's a tiny difference I'm asking. And of course, the rest can remain the same, that they're completely fine as rewards. Now, the really, really cool Coliseum part, especially for trials, is they're proposing cloud teams, meaning you save your team per match. How many times have we gone back to change our team? People have abandoned Coliseum of Trials just because of that. They can't take the idea of having to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, over and over and over again. So I find that could be a great feature, and I'm completely for it. Now, what does all of these updates mean for you? Well, the first thing is, I would say right now, your one objective is to save every single resource you can get. Dimension Stones, because we don't actually know how that 160 transfer might work, and there are rumors that it might at the beginning be a little bit broken and allow you to transfer subs. So save them. And on top of it, they're going to unlock Season 2, we hope, to be bought in Dimension Shop. So even better. Crystals, well, I don't think that needs any explanation. New players means new players, and so you can draw them. It's kind of obvious. For the gold, this is actually much more important than it usually is, because there's the new stones. So with new stones, there is the idea that we're going to need to max them out. We're going to need to create new uniques. We don't know exactly what they are. They might be similar to the Japanese version. They might not. So we're not 100% sure. But this is something you want to save. And GP, well, normally the Season 2 are going to be in Scout. A lot of us have started using Season 2. We ain't got any dupes. And this is finally going to allow us to get them. This isn't my main account. So I just want to point out that on my main account, I have over 2k crystal, I have 15 million gold, and when all of this is going to go down, I'm going to try to just continuously save currently, and I'm going to make some nice streams of me using those at the launch. So that's going to be something pretty nice. I really hope they started with some sort of Spirit Stone reduce, and I'm even started now saving a lot of my 6-star rare tickets. So this is just going to be a nice stream all around near the launch. I will currently no longer do any player reviews and team building reviews, as this will fundamentally change them. So it's meaningless that I make a guide who will become obsolete in less than a month. Maybe a little bit more, but it's the core concept of this. Now, again, if you need, if you message me, I will give you the build, the concepts, and the ideas, but I will no longer do videos about players. I hope that makes sense to you, and I'm going to need to start changing a few of my videos when this comes out. So this is going to be a little bit frustrating for me also, because I'm not going to make videos who are obsolete. So have a good day, guys, and I hope that this gives you an opinion on what's coming up. You're going to see in the link the different ideas. If you want, throw me a comment on what your opinion is, what you like, what you don't like. We can always discuss it. Meet us on the forums. I'm on usually all of them. I got the same user as this account. And give us your opinions, what you think, what you dislike. We've already started. And this is just a discussion. And we're going to see what BB does and if it's going to be good for us or bad for us. Have a good day, guys.